What it do, YouTube? In today's video, we're trying to clap out my 98 Ford Ranger. Now, if you guys didn't know, my daily beater is a 1998 Ford Ranger XLT with a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. So in typical car guy fashion, I did say I was never going to mod this daily, but I think we're going to have to. We're going to do it on a budget and make this mini truck look sick. As you guys could see, the Ford Ranger is not perfect by any means, especially the faded clear coat. It needs a lot of work, but with a little bit of elbow grease, we can get this right. Now, I'm sure all of you guys would like to see me lower a truck, and we're not doing that just yet because we have our stance car and there's no need to have two. We need at least one reliable car. So in this video, we're going to show you guys a couple things you can do to your Ford Ranger to spice it up. All right, so we're going to start out with the front end. As you guys could see, the yellow headlights. Those make the truck look even older. We're going to sand those down, give it a good little cleanup, and make this truck look brand new. Other than that, we have to fix this headlight because it's literally just falling out. So we got to fix that. Now, if you've never heard a 4-cylinder Ford Ranger, here's how it sounds. And this is going to be a sound clip of how the engine sounds. We showed you guys how the muffler sounds. Now we need to see how it sounds from the engine side. Alright, so first we're going to figure out how to remove these headlights. Now, it can't really be held on by too much. I think there is 2 clips right here that we kind of just need to pop out. Let me get some pliers really quick.
One eternity later.
Took us a little bit, but we finally got the first headlight out. Let's remove the other one.
12 seconds later.
All right, so next thing we are going to take off is the intake. Basically, we're going to get this to sound a little bit cooler. Mind you, it's fully stock, so it can't sound too crazy. But if we get a little more intake sound, why not? Look at this shit. This shit like brand new, and I didn't even replace that. All right, now we're going to take off this. Basically, it's kind of like a snorkel in a sense. It routes the air that way, and then it kind of reduces it a little bit. So we're going to pry this off and then take off the other part, which is on this side. And hopefully we get some more intake sounds. All right, so I ended up removing the whole thing. As you can see now, the air is just gonna go straight in there and come out of there. So it's gonna be cool. Now I'm trying to take off this valence part because it's kind of clapped. All right, so this is basically everything I removed. I removed all the butt flaps, the rear valence, the front valence, and the one headlight. The other one, it's breaking and I'm not gonna take it off, so we'll just stand it right there. Give you guys a look around. The truck is basically naked. I kind of like the truck without the mud flaps, so I think I'm gonna leave it without it. We're just gonna have to clean those areas of where it goes. This is disgusting. But yeah, that's basically the workaround. The valences, we are going to spray paint black. That way they look newer. And that's it. Other than that, the mud flaps, I'm gonna keep off. I think the mud flaps, without it, it looks a little better. Oh, and I also ended up removing the wipers so we could respray those, and those look a little newer. Now, mind you, the truck paint is pretty clapped. We're not painting the truck, okay? We're just trying to give it a little better look, okay? All right, so mud flaps, those aren't getting sprayed. This doesn't matter. All we're spraying is this, which is the wipers, then the front valence, the 2 little, and the rear one. And then the headlight we'll just leave on this side. Now, to do this properly, we are going to need to clean these first. So I have soap and water in that spray bottle and a microfiber towel. We're gonna clean those really good, and then I'll put some wood on the floor so we can start spraying. That way the driveway doesn't get even more chopped. All right, so we got 600, 1,000, and 3,000. We will only use those for the headlights to make those clear. 600 grit should be plenty fine for the bumpers, the wipers, and these corner things. Now, if you guys aren't already following the page, hit the subscribe button. We post here weekly. Now let's get into the video. So while we wait for the bumpers and the wipers and eyebrows to dry, we're gonna get started on sanding and clearing the headlights so they look a little newer. And then there's one more thing we're gonna do to this truck before we're done. All right, so as you can see, that is the driver's side headlight. Here it is, the passenger one. As you can see, if you get real close, it is still foggy, but it's super smooth. That's what the sanding does. Now, all we have to do is get some clear, spray it on there, let it dry, do 2 or 3 coats, and then you should be good. All right, so the clear that I have is Rust-Oleum. This one I've had in my garage for the longest, so honestly, I don't need to buy a new one, but you could get any good clear works. I think as long as it's glossy, you should be good. All right, now this is my workstation, okay? Got a trash can with some boxes on top, got both bumpers, and the rest of the stuff is right here on the grass. Good thing about the grass is if I spray paint it, it grows and we can cut it so nobody will see. Let's get this done. I'll just time lapse it. You guys already know you're gonna spray. Pop, 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 pop. Make sure it looks better. Cool. Here are the eyelids, or eyebrows, whatever you really want to call them. And then the wipers. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys could see the bumpers are still a little beat up. Obviously, they're not new, but it's looking a lot better than the faded gray. All right, so now we're gonna let these dry and then we'll get back to doing our last little mod. All right, so now to work on the last little mod. We're gonna take off the muffler and see how this little 2.5 cylinder sounds. Now we're not gonna straight pipe it because it's a 4-cylinder, so it's gonna sound like ass. I just want it to be a little bit louder, hence we did the little intake noise. And now we're gonna remove the muffler and hopefully that gets us a little bit rowdy. Now there's one hanger in the back we just got to unplug. Yeah, fuck it. We're just going to end up cutting those off. They don't want to come off, so angle grinder it is. Is the ice cream truck really fucking on my street, bro? So the muffler's finally out. Let's give it a cold start and see how it sounds. Now, mind you, it's literally just a dump after the resonator, so we'll see. All right, so that's actually funny as hell. It sounds like shit, but it's okay. It's a beater, and I really don't care. What I'm gonna do is cut off the flange for where the resonator connects to the muffler, and then we can go to AutoZone, and we'll buy a turn down tip. That way all the exhaust fumes and sound go directly down instead of into the cabin. Now let's do a time lapse of putting the truck back together and see how it looks. All right, so let's go to AutoZone and get the tip for the exhaust, and we should be Gucci. All right, so there's a bunch of different options here at AutoZone. Just gonna look through them and see what we can do. This is probably too big. I'm thinking something like this. So then we just put it that way and it downs. All right, so we ended up getting this exhaust clamp that fits 2 3/4 pipe. And then this turn down pipe that's 2.5 inches. Now the plan is to basically just put it straight like this under the car. That way all the exhaust sounds are going down rather than everywhere. We are just putting gas right now, and then we're gonna head to Home Depot to get blades for my grinder because I ran out. The truck sounds dope, way better than with the exhaust, way better than stock, and yeah. All right, so it's about 4:30. Just got back. We're gonna cut the rest of the flange for after the resonator off, so then we can put the turn down pipe. Hopefully it makes it sound a little bit cooler and not as crazy as inside the truck. I don't know if I'll angle it or if I'll put it straight down or to the side. I think to the side would look dope, but this pipe isn't big enough to get all the way to where you guys would see it like that, you know what I mean? That shit would look sick, but it is what it is. We're doing this on a budget. We only ended up spending $17 on this whole thing. I already had the paint, already had the sandpaper. Let's get this shit done. Now all we're gonna do is where we cut it off, we'll go like that. And then we'll throw this clamp right there, tighten it up, and that's basically it. Today's been a day, but we just finished tightening down the turn down pipe, and let's hear this shit how it sounds. Honestly, anything sounds better than stock. I don't care what you guys say. 4 cylinders need love too, okay? Alright, so let's go for a drive. See how this shit sounds. Yeah, see? On D-cell it pops. That shit sounds crazy. Alright, so we're gonna rev the car now. It's warmed up. We're just in an empty parking lot so you guys can hear how it sounds. Now this is how the Ranger is looking. I think without the mud flaps, it looks so much better. And then with the painted bumpers, it adds a little bit of character to it. And then the exhaust, that's probably the coolest part. Now, as you guys can see, my daily is fucking clapped. We just clapped it even more. But to be honest, that doesn't matter. Fuck what everybody else says. Do what you like. Honestly, I think it sounds sick. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit the like and subscribe. Go mod your daily. Who cares? And I'll see you guys on the next one. Let's go.